This is Steve Robbins. Welcome to the Get It Done Guys quick and dirty tips to work less and do more. Memorizing is hard, but we often need to do it. Whether it's for presentations or concepts we'll need to refer to, or that 20-minute wedding toast that everyone will remember. And nothing teaches you how to memorize words, movement, or song like musical theater. Earlier this year, I played a dancing tree in Evil Dead, the musical. It's easy to play a dancing tree. You just stand around with a goofy, tree-like grin, and you wave your branches. Finding your motivation? Also easy. Just remember the party you had the night you reached drinking age, or don't remember as the case may be. Now, I've been cast as Nathan Detroit in Guys and Dolls. It's my first speaking part, and it's a doozy. I have dozens of pages of dialogue to remember. How to memorize quickly. My first instinct was to open page 1 and start reading. Then go back and reread. And reread, each time going a little farther into the script. Eventually, I would know the whole script because I'd read it a gazillion times. Unfortunately, that didn't work, and it was boring. By the time I'd memorized half the scene, I got sloppy because going through the stuff I already knew was boring until I hit the new stuff. The new stuff, the interesting stuff, was always at the end. Then I remembered what my mother used to tell me. She said, "Stever, always have your meals backwards. Eat dessert first. It's the best part. And if you're vaporized by an invading space army's laser beam weapons halfway through dinner, at least you'll have eaten the best part." Is it possible that Mom's advice would work here too? Much to my surprise, the answer is yes. Memorize from the end to the beginning. To memorize a long passage, I started with the last sentence. I feel like I heal. I repeated that until I could do it from memory. Then I added the sentence before it. You are a good man, and I know you will take good care of Adelaide. I rehearsed. You are a good man, and I know you will take good care of Adelaide. I feel like I heal. But that was too big a chunk to add at once, so first I added just the last part of the previous sentence. And I know you will take good care of Adelaide before I feel like a heal. Then I added you are a good man in front of that. I kept adding to the beginning until the entire passage was memorized. For reasons I don't completely understand, it was a lot easier. The hard part was up front, and as soon as I got through the new piece, saying the part at the end, which I'd already memorized, just reinforced it. I was so happy-go-lucky with my newly memorized paragraph that I decided whenever I wanted to be center stage, I'd just trot out my paragraph and say it proud and clear. Then the director informed me that I'm only supposed to say it once, and it has to be at a certain point in the play. Talk about buzzkill. If you're memorizing a response to something, say a toast you need to give at a certain point in a wedding ceremony, keep working backwards until you're memorizing not only your part, but the cue, line, or event that comes right before your part. That way, you'll know when to deliver your coup de grace. If you're memorizing dialogue, rehearse the other person's cue line leading right into your line. Even though I'm a whiz at dialogue, I'm pathetic at dance. They say some people have 2 left feet, I have 6, and they all move in different directions at the same time. When the memorize from the end forward trick worked so well with dialogue, I tried it with dance. Much to my delight, it seems to work with dance too. For me, at least with dance, the transitions between the new material I'm adding to the beginning and the old material I've memorized are particularly important. Since dance is usually taught in chunks of moves, at least at the amateur level, transitioning between the chunks is when my arms are most likely to separate from my body and start doing sign language while my legs tie themselves in knots. As with the dialogue, I practice the end moves, then the transition into the end moves, plus the end moves themselves, then the preceding chunk into the transition, and all the way through. How to memorize a speech quickly. If you're going to memorize from the end to memorize a speech, stop. Don't do it. Memorized speeches, unless you're a professional voiceover artist, always sound memorized. Remember first grade? See Jane run. Run, Jane, run. You do not want to sound like that. For speeches, use the memorize from the end technique to memorize the outline. Then, when you give the speech, you'll have the outline in your head and you can improvise the specific words so they flow. Memorization recap. You can memorize anything from the end, dance steps, lyrics, music, Or you can be really ambitious and try all at once. Bernice is having trouble with a wilting ficus plant. I suggested watering it. She had a better idea. She's designing a ritual prayer for the plant goddess Ethel. Her ritual includes dance, spoken word, and singing, all at once. While she's rehearsing, starting at the end and working forwards, practicing all her transitions, I'm just going to slip a little plant food into the soil. Who's to say that I'm not simply the vehicle through which Ethel, the plant goddess, will heal the ficus? This is Steve Robbins, Get It Done Guy on Facebook and Twitter. Hey, if you don't have a copy of my book yet, check out Get It Done Guy's 9 Steps to Work Less and Do More, available in every conceivable media at a retailer near you. Work less, do more, and have a great life.